Players, hello fans, welcome to this presentation of the NBA Sunday Night Action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We'll see Grant and Kamara playing it forward. Holiday out there with Denny Avdia. And it's Clingan in at the 5, home in the paint. Here's Alexander Walker. Launches a 3. The rebound by Grant. So here we are toward the end of the regular season. The stretch run, if you will. What are you looking for, Jim, around the league at this particular portion of the schedule?
I think the first thing is who's healthy at the right time of the year, and then who has expanded their roster and their rotation, because depth to me is as important as anything else as you head into this important part of the regular season.
Depth important, and probably, would you agree, the hardest thing to really capture?
Very difficult. Coaches need to have trust in their roster. It's awfully difficult to get coaches to go more than 8 or 9 deep.
Now, here's Johnson, following the miss by Jeremy Grant. McCollum kicks to Daniels. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
3 attempts from the field with nothing to show for it, but they should settle in soon.
Grant with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. Takes the 3. No good from Grant. Hawks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Okongwu is now starting, Tim, and coming off the bench his first handful of seasons, I think got him ready for this role he's in right now.
He has been a good defender from day one, but his offensive game now starting to show some growth. He's stretching his shooting range, and he is showing you some growth as a playmaker as well.
I love how hard Clingan works that offensive glass, using his size in that situation.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Quickly to the 2K leaderboard to see the ratings of the best passing 2 guards in basketball. Second is Dyson Daniels.
And that list of players just goes to show that great passing doesn't just come from the point. The way those guys distribute the ball from the 2 spot is a thing of beauty.
Well, having an off guard that facilitates at this level just adds another dimension to your offense, and it makes you that much more difficult to defend.
Here's Alexander Walker. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. Okongwu.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standard, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
Hey, Greg, after 2 seasons in Milwaukee, how about Damian Lillard going back to the Blazers roster even as he works his way back from the Achilles?
And in the meantime, he gets to watch this relatively young group compete. Their activity and defensive edge should pair nicely with his offensive brilliance next season.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Kevin. Jalen Johnson, great in the 2-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers, I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those." Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, we thank you. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Taken away by Holiday. Outside, Avdia. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Now here's McCollum, coming off a stellar performance against Washington. Pass to Okongwu. The Hawks working the ball around. And it's off from three-point range. Portland leading by 6. Now here is Holiday. 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. There's the 3. Rebound by Johnson.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
Daniels against Grant. Pass to McCollum. Takes a 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another, really the story of the game.
Well, let's give their opponents some credit for sensing that and putting them away. They were completely dominated.
And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Back to the action in just a minute. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Had a feeling this was going to be their strategy coming in. They've got a major size advantage to be able to execute this.
On the floor for Portland, we've got Murray, and it's Henderson in at the shooting guard position. Here's McCollum. Nothing on the board. Clock at 6. That one drops for him. McCollum's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Atlanta.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Henderson passes to Love. Jacks up a 3. Henderson, no good. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Hawks, trailing by 4. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks in Milwaukee. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Talk about the physical challenges, Tim, of today's game. One thing the players have a little easier, certainly, is the way they travel from game to game.
Well, there is no question about that. I didn't even get on a charter till the middle of my NBA career.
Oh, my goodness.
In the mid-'90s. We were still flying commercial till that point, but there's no doubt travel is better for players. I think also some of the things they've added for guys like massage therapists and acupuncturists and even personal chefs, all of that makes it a little bit easier for today's NBA player.
Now, if we could do it for the broadcasters, that would really be a win.
Sign me up, Kevin. I'll be right there reclining fully right next to you.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And the Hawks making a change here. Johnson's checked in. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. We'll take a look at the Hawks. Right now, they're on the outside looking in at the playoff seeds.
And, you know, right now for Atlanta, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
Well, inconsistency is the word. Sometimes they'll lose a game they probably should have won, and they show you how hard it is to sustain success in this league.
You know, Jim, throughout his career, C.J. McCollum has been the model of consistency.
Well, you can count on him to get you 20 with efficient shooting, Kevin. We've seen it now for over a decade, and I love his calm, steady demeanor. It stabilizes his team.
Shooting two.
Throw good, McCollum.
Your classic combo guard. C.J. McCollum can play off the ball as a shooting guard, but also can run the point at times. They're a valuable piece for this team.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And one of the things about C.J. McCollum, it's not just about his numbers. It's also about how good of a teammate he is. It's really a great example for younger players.
And that one, good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Back to McCollum. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
And checking out the numbers for C.J. McCollum. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. He's averaging 19 points per game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
But that's right. There's no question he's not their only offensive weapon, but he is a key cog in what they're trying to do.
Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. Daniels comes in for Zachary Riesesheim. Donovan Clingan, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Henderson against McCollum. And there's Clingan. That's good on the assist by Henderson. Clingan's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers. Outside Daniels. Back to McCollum. Back to Daniels. Okongwu with a screen on Grant. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. But Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Now here's Henderson. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Here's Clingan. It's rebounded by Kuminga.
Well, give the defender credit. Sometimes it's enough to force the miss.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Portland Trailblazers in year 3 of a rebuild. Wins are hard to come by in the loaded West, but acquiring young talented players like Deni Avdija is a nice start. He said, quote, "The team is young, we're real athletic, we all compete, everybody wants to work and wants to improve." Kevin, back to you.
Young and hungry. All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
What an athletic play by Daniels, just bursting through that contact.
A nice shot by Clingan. Clingan's got the lead back up to 6 now for Portland.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Kuminga. Okongwu a screen. Kuminga, no good.
And all the credit goes to the defender. Very hard to contest threes without fouling.
And the shot goes down. And now an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Zachary Risacher is checked in for the Hawks. Alexander Walker comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Portland with a change here, too. Drew Holiday is checked in for Henderson. Now here's Johnson. Still scoreless. Okongwu with a screen on Avdija. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Daniels.
Well, he's starting to get into a rhythm now after a rough first quarter.
Now here's Grant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. From the baseline, and the jumper is good. Grant's got 6 in the quarter. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Coach Quinn Snyder with us now, and Coach, a bit of a lull for this team scoring the ball. Why?
It had nothing to do with anything other than us being aggressive. We're like walking the ball up the court, and whoever's got it, we've got to attack.
At least effort is something you can control. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Allie, for that. And folks, we'll be back with you after this short halftime break. So don't go away.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule. And just for a moment here, I was wondering, if you guys were playing in the league today, which current player would you most like to team up with?
That's tough, Ernie, but I got to pick Wemby. Playing alongside of him, that's just going to be too good to pass up.
Well, I'll tell you what, May 19th, I'm teaming up with the Ant-Man. 1-2 punch, baby.
Very interesting. So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the Trailblazers.
I love their game plan. Work the rock inside until someone stops it.
It's a simple, direct strategy, Shaq. And when you can pull it off, it gives you a multitude of options offensively.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And we've seen Deni Avdija really having a great game.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Now, what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with McCollum, and it's Daniels in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Grant, that's good.
And that is a shot Grant has spent lots of time on working over the years, and you see the results right there.
Pass to Okongwu. Johnson for three. The Trailblazers pull it in. Klingen's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Avdia dishes to Holiday. Back to Avdia. To the middle. The kick out to Holiday. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Man, that is a quick release by McCollum. He got that thing in the air before the defense even realized he had it.
Grant gets a wide open look, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Hawks trail by 6. You know, Greg, being a two-way player got Jeremy Grant into the NBA, but now he's grown even more.
Yeah, early on in his career, he was often the primary defender on elite scorers. Then he added scoring to his game in Detroit, becoming an effective two-way player.
Third quarter off to a great start offensively. That's 3 of their first 4 they've made.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of the league's best rebounding teams since the All-Star break. The Hawks, number 1.
I mean, they just out-muscled their opponents under the glass. I mean, impressive rebounding numbers, and they've really only gotten better.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Out to the right wing. Grant for 3. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
The defender was a little out of position, and Jeremy Grant took advantage.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Three shots.
The first free throw is good.
And the NBA is trending toward guys like Grant. He can guard multiple positions, he can space the floor for you, and he doesn't need the ball in his hands to impact the game.
And the second free throw, good.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
nails the third. As we canvass the league and look at the landscape, some tremendous young talent on the wing, Tim. Who might be the best wing player 5 years down the road, say?
Well, I'm looking at Anthony Edwards right now because of the skill, the athletic ability, and then the competitive desire. I think he wants to be great. You'd also look at guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, certainly. And then you've got a guy like Cade Cunningham in Detroit who hasn't even started to scratch the surface.
Boy, you've made a great list of guys right there, for sure. Here's Grant following the three by Atlanta. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, fortunately, as he searches for his scoring rhythm, they still have the lead for now.
Now, here's Johnson. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. Now, here is Holiday. D right on him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Atlanta with the rebound. Alexander Walker's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He is just ice cold. Luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
From outside the arc, Portland grabs the miss. Grant's got his 4th rebound in this one. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter of the game. Can't get it to fall. To the paint. Here's Okongwu.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Outside, Avdia. And there it is for him. Avdia's got 8 points.
Smart choice there by Clingan. The rookie moves the ball instead of forcing it himself.
Outside Daniels. Hawks passing it around. Johnson from outside. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. Here's Clingan. And he uses the glass on the layup. Now it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead.
And what's scary about Clingan, he's still learning how to score around the rim. Donovan will only get better.
Now McCollum, he's got 11. Okongwu with a screen on Holiday. And Okongwu slings it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, we've got Avdia and Sissoko in at the 3 spot. It's Wesley on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum. McCollum against Wesley. A 3-pointer, no good. The Hawks trail by 4. McCollum with the ball. Inside. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And the offense has just flowed through McCollum all night, whether that's finding people or repeatedly attacking like he does right there.
Here's Wesley. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Kuminga's got 4 rebounds now tonight, and it's McCollum in the corner. Down low, Landale That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. He's checked in for Atlanta. And Portland making a change here. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team. He was very passionately telling his team, don't give them an inch when they have the ball. This game is going to come down to defense. I need you guys to work hard and close this one out. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thank you. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Krejci. Avdia, the pass to Krejci. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
He is in attack mode every time up the floor, every single night.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Trailblazers.
Mind the lanes.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
Well, and how about the damage they've done attacking the basket? The defense has had no answers for how to slow them down in that area. I love the aggressiveness.
Here's Daniels to the inside. Here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the jam.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
And now the big question, can they sustain the momentum?
Now, here's Avdia. Holiday outside. Drain from outside.
And I love Holiday's shot selection. Fantastic at realizing when he should shoot off the catch.
Outside Daniel. Holiday there for the rebound. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Left side, Avdia. Doesn't get that one. The Hawks trail by 3. Now Johnson. And here is O'Connell. Here's Johnson. Launches it. And down goes the three.
This is exactly why they go to him in these spots. These guys believe in his ability to come through with a clutch.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. change here. Grant's checked in. Cannot get the layup. Hawks have gone an outstanding 4 or 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Johnson. McCollum fires. A miss that time. That would have put him up. Off target from outside. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Holiday there for the rebound.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. McCollum outside to take the lead. 6 to shoot. There's the 3, and there's the 3.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
Outside, Avdia. And the 3 misses.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McCollum against Holiday. Shoots. Grant rips down the rebound. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
You're definitely going to have to get a 3 here and then count on them to miss free throw.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
And let's see what they draw up.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Johnson misses the